Workshops on green supply chain shows the path towards corporate social responsibility, CSR, and sustainability. Works on -300x150 corporate social responsibility, CSR. Managers and the sustainability managers in corporations around the world are faced with a tough task. On one hand, their mandate has made sure that the corporation is doing the right thing in the societies that it functions in. On the other hand, the profit motives driving operational managers leaves them with very little real influence in the operations of the business. At the same time, numerous operational managers have their heart in the right place but suffer from lack of time, know-how and misinformation about going green. The belief that going green is costly is endemic in today's business mindset and hinders decisive positive action. The bus of Copenhagen again showed that the positive action towards environmental cleanup will most probably come from corporations acting in their own self-interest and in response to public demand. It is also increasingly clear that now many corporations are leading the way towards CSR through concerted action. What is not yet clear is that without a concerted action across the end-to-end supply chain, most green projects achieve less than 50% of their full potential, both in terms of emission reduction and in terms of cost savings. The reason is self-evident. As Mr. Vive said, the managing director of Global Supply Chain Group based in Sydney, Australia, likes to point out any corporation can become carbon neutral by outsourcing every carbon producing activity. Potential for green supply chains has long been recognized and acknowledged. However, many reasons have impeded the adoption of green supply chain principles by corporations. One of the reasons has been lack of comprehensive methodology and toolkit to make it happen. Having recently co-written a published book, titled Green Supply Chains, an Action Manifesto, on this topic, Mr. Vive said, the managing director of Global Supply Chain Group says his company is taking further action to make the knowledge more readily available through a series of workshops. The first of these workshops, titled Sustainable Supply Chain Workshop, was held in Sydney, Australia on 18th of June 2010, was heralded as great success by all participants. Participants lauded the extremely high quality of information, a very positive interaction and opportunity to learn from world experts on the area and from each other. The workshops are designed to stimulate discussions on the following type of questions. Are you ready for corporate social responsibility, CSR, audits? Do you have verifiable, editable data to support the claims of greenhouse gas reduction activity within your company? How can you use our green supply chain methodology and toolkit to enhance your company's profits? Does going green have to cost extra? What green supply chain projects are your competitors considering at the moment? When will they disclose these to the industry and media? How will these projects affect the industry perception, pecking order and profitability? How can you establish your company as the leader in green supply chains and CSR while making great profits? Do you want your employees, suppliers, media and customers singing the praises of your CSR results? What liability are you exposing yourself, your board, your organization to without a verifiable record set? What tools and methodologies do you need to make sure you are covered? After outstanding success of the first workshop, further workshops are planned in the other state capital cities in Australia and major cities in the Asia-Pacific region. More details on the workshops are available by contacting Global Supply Chain Group on the address given below. About Global Supply Chain Group. Global Supply Chain Group is proactive in creating, configuring, and formulating effective, secure and sustainable supply chains around the world. With a collective supply chain experience of more than 120 years, the senior team in Global Supply Chain Group has worked on more than 100 blue-chip projects on all the continents, adding in excess of $1.5 billion in value to their clients' businesses. Large corporations rely on Global Supply Chain Group to deliver outstanding results in their supply chain strategy, supply chain sustainability, supply chain security and supply chain performance. Global Supply Chain Group works very closely, and sometimes anonymously, with the senior executive teams of large corporations to help them win outstanding global supply chain advantage through list icon. Chevron right icon color number 37C6F5 Supply Chain Transformations and Design, Supply Chain Strategies and Execution, Supply Chain Infrastructure and Efficiency, Supply Chain Information Technology and Integration, Supply Chain Processes and Personnel/list. No matter what your supply chain issues or questions are, it is worthwhile reaching out and making a connection with us on http://localhost/globalsgroup. Contact details. Global Supply Chain Group 102-621 Pacific HWIST Lennox NSW 2065 Australia Telephone +61 2 8920 0694 Fax +61 2 8920 0689 Email info@globalscript.com Web http://www.globalscript.com